Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazoo Cruiser, and what you're looking at is my new cat. I don't know how long I'm going to keep him. I'm trying to break him of some bad habits. Took me a while to come up with a name for him because he doesn't fit a mold. I finally settled on the letters THC, which has in some people's minds more than one or two meanings. In this case, it's the house cat. So that's THC, and he's a little squirrely, but as you can see, he's real comfortable in his cage. That's his cave. That's his last resort place, and he learned to like it because they grow up in a den environment, and mom brings them food in a very closed environment. This is what they're used to, being in something like that to get their food, to get their little needs met. So you train them. You never feed a cat in the kitchen. You'll never get rid of the cat out of the kitchen. You always feed him in his own location, and his location is his cage. Now, if you always put his food in the cage, and this goes for the little girl kitties too, you always put your hand with the food in the cage, so they associate you with giving them food. Then you become the big mom cat to the cave. Then they acclimate to the cave because they expect food there. And they'll congregate around their cage, go in and out of it. And, they're creatures of habit. Once you get them to go inside and out of the cage on their own, well, it's a real simple matter. You put a can of food in there, and when they go in, you just shut the door behind them, and then they're on their way to the vet or whatever. And, it's a real normal routine for them to get in and out of the cage. So they'll do that on their own. And as you can see, he left the cage. But I wanted to introduce you to THC, and we're going to be training him. I've been trying to use adverse methods, and I'm going to try this. He likes his little cave. I'm going to start doing isolation training when he gets out of hand. This is Kazoo Cruiser, and tune in for more training ideas. I'm certainly open to ideas in the comments. Please just leave them in the comments below, and share and like and send these things around to other people, because anybody that has a cat knows how aggravating they can be. They're an animal. They're invading your space, and they don't really care. So you've got to be smarter than the cats, because they'll run you out of your own house. Look, he's over there sniffing around in the kitchen. He's looking for food. And he's a talker, and that's the problem. He's got such a cute face. But I think a good name for him, because he's got the munchies right now. I think what we've got to do is call him THC, because he seems to have the munchies most of the time. And that happens after you ingest vast quantities. This cat's just full of it. So we'll see as episodes develop. But see, he just went back into his little cage. He's happy there. And it took a minute or so for him to run his little boundary check, and then he came back to his little cave, and he's going out on another run, looking for mice or something. You'll never catch him with all the noise he makes. He's not a smart enough cat to stay quiet, because if he's hunting mice, all that noise will make him run away. So he's THC impaired. We'll tune in again, and we'll have another video hopefully. Bye.